Hey, what's up, children? So, before we get started, right, your mom just came back from. Okay, before I get to that, right, I've been working, I think, for the last 3 or 4 hours at home, right, and your mom just came back from shopping, and she asked me, what have you been up to? Do you take a nap? I say no, I've been working for the last 3 or 4 hours, right, and she said that well, 辛苦你了. That explains why, right? Then she hold up 2 bags full of shopping bag, right? Happily buying gifts, right? Buying gifts for Christmas while I have been working hard for the last 3 or 4 hours. So yeah, finally have some time and just want to talk a little bit on this principle which I really feel strongly for, which is the why is more important than the how. Actually, I believe Simon Sinek, right? He wrote a book, Start With Why. So the concept is similar, but anyway, right? This is kind of like my version of it because it's my experience, my story, and I want to share with you, right, why I believe the why is more important than the how. So as you know, right, we humans, we always like to ask questions like, how to do this, how to lose weight, how to get good grades, how to be the top student, how to be a profitable trader, how to run a successful business, how to be ABC. And the thing about how questions is that, nowadays with the internet and whatnot, right? You have Google, you have YouTube, you have books. All the how-tos, right, can be readily found out there. Easily. Maybe by the time, right, you kids are older, you have more advanced stuff like AI. Right now we have ChatGPT to give you all the hows. But the question is, then why do still so many people fail at achieving their goals that they have set up for themselves? Like, for example, you don't want to lose weight, you want to get your 6 packs. They know what to do, right? The diet, the exercise, common knowledge. But why do so many people still fail to lose weight, to fail to reach their goals? And if you dig deeper, it's all about the why. Okay, so to share with you a couple of things. First thing, right, I think you children have never seen Papa at his peak weight. I was severely, right, overweight, obese, right, if you want to, see, right, this is a picture that I managed to save, right, from the archive, right, when Papa was about 15 years old. Guess where am I? I'm actually in KFC, right, fried chicken. So when I was 15 years old, I was overweight, and I know I need to lose weight. Your grandfather, right, Ah Kong, is always saying, you're already so fat, you get any fatter, right, you're gonna have, problems later in life, yeah? I know that. And so what happened is that, during, I think, poly days, right, I was, I think, at a peak of 108 kg. And one fine day, right, I chanced upon a gym, right, with my friends, 2 of us. And we entered the gym. Never entered it before. And, at that point in time, the gym wasn't looking very intimidating. There were no, like, big size, big biceps guy, doing curls and stuff like that. It's quite empty. So, 3 of us, some is underweight, some is overweight, entered the gym for the first time. And kind of like, just, check things out, right, to see how it's like. I remember there was this trainer. Her name is called Anissa. And I owe it so much to her. So if Anissa, you're watching this, right, do reach out to me. I really want to say a big thank you to you because you have made a major impact on my life. Yeah, so Anissa. So I met this trainer. Her name is called Anissa. And here are 3 guys, overweight and some underweight, knowing nothing about exercise and nutrition. And she was so patient to me, right? Teaching us the steps, right, to do. I remember it was the lats pull down, doing bicep, doing squats, right? Encouraging us. And by the way, she was, I believe, was a trainer at the gym, but she wasn't even charging us at all. It's like for free. I'm like, how old? Maybe 17 years old at that point in time, right? I have no money. I only can pay the entrance fee, and that's it. I have nothing else I can offer besides my smile. Yeah, so she was so patient. She was so encouraging, right? So I went to the gym for the first time. Next day, my muscle ached, sore like beep, really hurt. It really hurt. But not someone to give up just yet. I went back for the next 1 or 2 weeks, right? 3 weeks. And Anissa was, there frequently, encouraging me. And when I weighed the weighing scale, right, after what seems like eons for a long time, I was shocked. I actually lost weight. So for the first time in my life, maybe not the first time, but for a long time in my life, finally when I looked at the weighing scale, it stopped going up higher. In fact, it went down lower. Maybe dropped 1 or 2 kg, whatever. Not a lot of weight, but significant because this is the first sign of a reversal. So Anissa was there throughout my journey, always encouraging me. And at that point in time, I wanted to lose weight. Why is that? Because I want to do it successfully. I want to, stay off, being fat. Why is that? Because I fear, right, of becoming fat again, of being very self-conscious of myself, afraid that I couldn't get proper size clothes, afraid that I couldn't get married, couldn't find a girlfriend. That was my why. And on top of it, right, as I was losing my weight, dropping the first 1 kilo, it was a successful achievement for me. It's a very significant milestone, right? 1 kg become 2 kg, then become 3 kg. And at that point in time, the why become even stronger. Because if I know, right, that if I don't do it now, it will likely never happen. So the why was very strong. I was so afraid of becoming fat again. And now that I have some momentum, some results, right, the fire was really strong in me. Why do I want to lose weight? Because I'm afraid of becoming fat. I'm afraid of not getting married. I'm afraid of, being so self-conscious of myself, entering a shop, I hit the glass break, everybody look at me because I'm the fat guy. That was my why. And I don't want to go back to my old ways. I'm already seeing some positive results. I better make it happen. So how did I lose weight? Well, again, everybody knows how to lose weight. Eat less, exercise, and that's pretty much what I did. There's no point going into the exact details, but that's what I did. I pretty much watched my diet. I had like kway teow soup every day, which is, for those of you not familiar, it's like noodle soup, right? And mineral water for my lunch, I think, every day. Then if I eat rice, the rice usually have no sauce and it's a half a serving of rice. Plus, I hit the gym like maybe 4-5 times a week on the treadmill for the first 20 minutes, then lift some weights. Not rocket science, right? The how is probably things that you guys already know. But the reason, right, why I managed to lose weight, you can see me slim right now, but if you look at this picture and after my weight loss transformation, I look something like this, right? So, okay, to be honest, this picture in between is kind of like a few years difference, but it took me about 8 or 9 months to lose all my weight, about 30 plus kilos, right? I lost it all within 8 or 9 months, less than a year, or at most a year. And do I attribute it to the how? Because of the magic formula that I've learned how to lose weight, that's why I lost weight? No. It was my why. The why made me able to execute the how. If I didn't find my why, if I didn't, have the fire in me, if I just, lazy, procrastinate, not see much results, I'll probably just still be overweight and, be at a very unhealthy state. Maybe not even get married and you kids are, not born, right? So that's the first story to share with you. Another story, right, to kind of like exemplify this concept over here is that, if you do not know, your father, your papa is not a good student, especially when he was in his teenage years. So just have a look at this, right? This is a report card when I was in Sec 4, probably around 15, 16 years old. You can see I failed every single subject except, right, the one over here that I got B for. Anybody want to take a guess what subject it is, right? I'm not going to tell you. You guys can leave in the comment section, right? And guess what subject I passed. So I was a horrible student, giving your grandfather, grandmother nightmare, right? Because they're so worried about me, right? Failing my grades and not being able to progress to the next level. So yeah, I did horribly, right, in secondary school. Yeah. Fortunately enough, right, I had a guardian angel. That's another story altogether. She helped me, right, in my secondary school years, and eventually I went into polytechnic. I'm still not a top student, but I managed to scrape through and go to polytechnic, right, with very average grades. So then your grandfather sponsored me to go to university, private university. So I went to SIM. That's the only place that would accept me since my grades are so horrible. And at this point in time, right, my background. I'm such a horrible student. I pretty much, am horrible like throughout my secondary school days, right? Then I borderline made it to polytechnic, right, with a very poor GPA. But at least it's not to the point where I will fail polytechnic, but enough to kind of like pass from polytechnic with, I think, very average GPA, probably less than 2 or 2. I can't remember what's my GPA, but yeah. And at this point in time, right, I know that your grandfather, my father, Akong, he really gave it his all. I gotta respect him for that. He's probably my number one fan out there, right? So Dad, if you're watching this, I feel like you're my number one fan out there. Yeah, it's like, for those of you who do not know what my father do for a living, right? He actually carries goods, right, and sell it to supermarket. He'll buy, basically like a trader, a physical trader. He buy goods from Malaysia and sell it in Singapore. He buy from Malaysia because the exchange rate is favorable for him. So he buy goods in Malaysia, sell in Singapore. And the goods are not light stuff like paper clips and stuff like that. No, they are like heavy cartons of dish washing liquid. So each carton is about 20 kg. Every day, right, he will load these goods to his lorry, about 50 or 60 of those cartons. So imagine 50 cartons times 20 kg, that's like 1,000 kilo, 1 ton. Up 1,000 kg, and then in the lorry, he drives to the different supermarket around Singapore. He needs to unload them. So he unload the remaining, all the goods, right? And that's another 1,000 kg ton. So at the bare minimum, on a single day itself, he has to bring 1,000 kilo up to the lorry and 1,000 kilo down the lorry. That's how hard my father works. Rain or shine, he will do it because he has to support the family, me, my brother, right, through university. It's not cheap, it's like what, $30,000, right? And we're not rich, we're just a very middle income family, right? Money is important. Does this every single day for me and my brother, rain or shine. It's literally sweat, tears, right? Especially when the sun is hot, right? Then the sweat goes to his eyes, tears, right? Sometimes even blood, right? If he cuts himself while doing such laborious job. I know it because I accompany him, right, during my holidays to follow along with him to do such work. So he decided to put me through university, and I knew, right, at that point in time, if I were to just chill my way, take it easy, relax, right, through uni, I'm not doing my old man justice. I'm not doing my father justice. Out there, he is under the hot sun, slogging his guts out, and here I am, not giving my maximum effort. So I know that won't be fair to him. So at this point, my why is extremely strong. I wanted to get first class honors. I wanted to be the top student, even though I have never been a good student all my life. But my why is there. The fire is there. So I had to, go back to basics. I have to teach myself how to study. And in university, it's not like the teachers that you get in primary school or secondary school where they kind of like spoon feed you and they're all like, pretty decent quality. In university, some of the lecturers are atrocious. They can't teach for nuts. And I can't, blame them, can't do any blame game because I can blame them all I want, but it's not going to improve my grades. So I have to take matters to my own hands. Go to the library, study books. I still don't understand the concepts, the formulas. Go to YouTube, right? Get external teachers on YouTube to help me with it. Yeah. So that was kind of my why, right? To why I wanted to work hard, to be a top student, to get first class honors. Because I wanted to make my father proud for being out there in the sun every single day, slogging his guts out, right? While I am here in the air-conditioned lecture hall, being comfortable. So yeah, that's what I did. And when it comes to exams, right, or school day, right, on the first day of school, I remember, I think it was maybe not year 1 or year 2 or year 3 maybe, I started studying, right, on the first day of school. And when the exam came close, I was doing anywhere from 12 to 14 hours a day. Was it tough? Yes, it was tough. I mean, yep. Studying, it can be tough, right? You imagine staring at your books for 12, 14 hours a day. After a while, you will burn out. So how did I kind of like power through that burnout feeling, which I think most children can relate to? Very simple. Most of the time I was studying at home, in my room, right, back at Tenaga, right, for those of you who know, for you children who know where we used to live, right. So I will stare at my books, right. After a while, when I feel very numb, my head is like kind of like want to, I can't take it anymore. What I do? I imagine myself, right. No, I think, right. Not I think. I know, right, for a fact that out there, my father is under the sun, slogging his guts out, lifting those goods, right, selling to the supermarket or loading up his lorry, whatever the case is, just to put me through university, just to put me through school. And here I am complaining, this formula is so tough. It makes my pain feel so insignificant to what he's going through. And just at one thought, within a matter of minutes, bam, right, the fire in me is back, and I'm back to, studying my books, because I know my why is to make my father proud, to make all the effort, all the energy, the sweat, the blood and tears that he's expending out there, to make it all worth it, to make him proud. That was my why. And that's how I go for 12, 14 hours a day studying. And fortunately enough, your dad is not that stupid after all, right? He came in second in the cohort, right? I got my first class honors. I came in second in the cohort, and here I am, right? I'm not sure even how I ended up on this stage podium over here. I was also the valedictorian, right, speaker, right, for my cohort. Yeah, and I'll never forget that day, right, where my dad is on the audience, right, sitting at the edge of his seat, right, looking at me up on stage, right, with pride in his eyes. I'll never forget it. So Dad, if you're watching this, I love you. Thank you, right, for all that you have done. I know you're my number one supporter, right? I feel it, right? From the bottom of your heart. Yeah? So anyway, the entire video, right, the concept today is very simple. If you find that, man, I can't seem to, successfully do something, lose weight, study, whatsoever, it's probably because you haven't found the why. The why is more important than the how. That's because the why will give you the motivation. It will give you the incentive. It will ignite the fire in you to make the how happen. Okay? So that's it for me for this video, right? And, talk to you all soon.